Hey, welcome back to P&W Guitars, everybody, and no! Why? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? I'm hurt. I'm deeply offended. But not for the reason everybody else is. Let's get into it. Okay, so, late last week, Schecter unveiled this monstrosity of an instrument right here. This is the Machine Gun Kelly Razor Blade guitar, which is the talk of the town. She's the belle of the ball. She's a real beauty. Or a beast. I'm going to say a beast. As you can see here, it's a pretty basic guitar in an awful shape. My first reaction when I immediately saw this was just that is a really ugly guitar, and I don't think anybody would play it. It doesn't shock me that it's Machine Gun Kelly's guitar at all, because it totally lines up with his personality and the kind of music that he makes. I mean, he's not playing this because he wants an awesome looking signature guitar. He's playing this because he's going for like shock value, and he's looking for something that's just going to stand out on stage. And he's got a lot more attention for this than maybe he thought that he would. But I can only imagine that marketing wise, this is going to be a huge win for both him and the Schecter team. This is a truly horrendous guitar. You can see the full price of this was supposed to be $2,169 US, now being sold for $1,499. Seems majorly overpriced. The thing that everybody else is talking about is right here on this news article here is that Machine Gun Kelly's put out this comment basically saying that he is upset by the fact that people are misunderstanding his art and misunderstanding kind of the artistic vision behind this product. In my mind, when I saw this, I saw the guitar and I was like, oh, it's like a cocaine reference, right? Like, what else could it be? But apparently the rest of the internet has been blowing up, and people have been thinking that this is actually some horrible, obscene reference to people self-harming and cutting themselves, and I guess that's just because of the pop-punk association, and people automatically assume that that makes him like an emo artist, therefore razor blade guitar equals cutting yourself. I can't help but think that if one of the OG pop-punk bands from back in the mid-2000s, early 2010s had put this guitar out, that people would have celebrated it. But now, because it's Machine Gun Kelly and people love to hate on him, they are getting overly offended. To be honest with you, the only thing that offends me personally is how ugly of a guitar this is and the price tag. I mean, I'm not going to hate on the guy's music. He does what he does. I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. I listened to some of his pop punk stuff, and his guitar playing is fine. He's not an incredible guitar player, but, you know, he can play guitar, so that's fine. But, yeah, just looking at this, it's metallic silver. It looks like one of that old Billy Bo cigar box guitar, honestly. Like, when you really look at it, it just looks like a box. I think the biggest tragedy of this, it just doesn't even really resemble a razor blade. It's just a silver box with some black squigglies down the middle. If they really wanted to make it interesting, they should have put like that shave strip on the outside, you know? It stops you from getting skin irritation. Could have added a little blue. I don't know. Either way, terrible guitar. It's got the Double X logo on the 12th fret, whatever that's about, if anybody's privy to his marketing and stuff. Is this supposed to look like a razor? Like, is this meant to be like the handle? Like the neck is the handle? I can't tell. I really can't. It's got Schecter USA pickups. It's got Luminlay glow-in-the-dark side markers. That's kind of cool. It's interesting. It's kind of got like the standard Schecter stuff. Basswood body, hipshot hardtail, bolt-on neck construction, ebony fretboard, 3-piece maple neck, carbon fiber reinforcement, 25.5-inch scale. I mean, it is a playable guitar. And you know what? To be fair, like, back in the 80s, people were playing way dumber shit than this. Like, didn't the bass player from Van Halen have a Crown Royal bass? Tell me that existed, right? I'm not imagining that. That was a real thing. I'm pretty certain. I mean, shit. The guy from Tenacious D in their movie, he had like the woman's legs that were spread in either direction. It was the two-neck guitar. Went like this. That was actually funny in the case of that movie. But yeah, I mean, what else can we really say? The internet is pissed. I assume just because people love to hate on Machine Gun Kelly. You know, there's a whole Reddit thread about it. If you go back here, let me just go back to what I was looking at before. It's like every guitar YouTuber and their mother posted a video about this, so I had to jump on the bandwagon. I couldn't be the only one left out of this. Stay Metal Ray, you had, God, I mean, literally everybody. I don't think there was a single person that posts regularly that talks about guitar content that hasn't commented on this thing. I will say, based on his comment here, I'm sad at how people perceive me in general. And I think what he's saying there is that people interpret your artistic vision and they just take it how they want to take it and then say that that's what you meant because that's what they think that you meant. So I think that's a pretty valid argument as far as him being a little annoyed with people's reaction to this. But ultimately, with mainstream pop artists, rap artists, whatever, like people like this, if they're getting media attention, that's a good thing for them. This is just going to translate to money for him. So he might be a little annoyed about it, but in the long run, it is what it is. I did watch one of the videos that popped up today about this, and there was a video clip of him talking. I'm not going to bother finding it because everybody's got it on their videos already, but he said that this was actually, in fact, a reference to his song from Tickets to My Downfall, where he talked about razor blades and how it like keeps him from teetering on the edge or something. I can't remember the exact lyric, but his explanation was that he is such a scatterbrained psycho, basically, that the time that he takes to shave every once in a while, whether it be 5 to 10 minutes a day or whatever, that's like his zen time to like chill and relax. And apparently that was the explanation he gave for why this guitar exists. Who knows if that's true or not? Maybe it is. Some people are workaholics, some people are a little scatterbrained. If that's his reason, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's his guitar. He can do what he wants. I think it's a monstrosity. I would never play it, but I also don't think that this is meant to be like a guitar player's guitar. I think this is like clearly just for the Machine Gun Kelly psychos out there and the people who are obsessed with him and just want something that he's selling. Outside the body shape being ugly, the headstock is also very uninspiring, but it is what it is. Schecter makes good guitars. I'm sure it sounds fine, probably plays good. It is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about it. I don't know. I'm not torn in one direction or the other. Like, I would never play this guitar, but once again, I don't think this is meant for guitar players, and I think the entire guitar universe has just been boiling mad over this for really not not much of a reason except they just love to hate Machine Gun Kelly. His pink guitar was cool, though, so, 50-50, you get what you get. Anyways, P&W Guitar, we're coming back into 2024 with the latest and greatest. Tune in next time. We will catch up with you later in the week, and up until that,